Hello, in this video we'll look at Crash, a command line interface for CrateDB. We'll start by downloading a copy of Crash, then we'll use it to connect both to a CrateDB cluster in the cloud and one running locally using Docker. Jumping straight in, we'll start here at the CrateDB website, and you're going to want to click Documentation, and then down here on the left there's a Crash CLI section. Inside here, there's various information about what Crash is and how to use it. We're going to want the installation link. There are two methods for installing Crash. We can either use Python's pip package manager, which is the method that I'm going to use, or you can download it using a curl command and then change the permissions on that and just run it as an executable. But let's go with the Python method, and I'll just click copy here. Swap to the terminal, and we'll paste our command there, and off it goes and installs. Now that installed quite quickly because I have some of these dependencies cached from beforehand. Yours might take a moment while it downloads some of them from the internet. So now we've installed Crash, let's connect to our cloud cluster. What we need to do is go over here to the cloud console. So this is from when you set up the cluster earlier. And here in the overview, you'll see down the bottom here, there's a section connecting to your cluster. Click CLI, and what you'll see is the command that we need to invoke Crash and pass it the host names of the hosts that are part of the cluster and the username that we want to connect as. We have a single node cluster here, so there's only one host name. I'm going to click copy here and then go back to the terminal and paste that command in. I now need to enter the password for the admin user.